International, votre télévision.
We flash our headlines.
A major breakthrough from Yaounde's security forces as two dangerous gangs involved in drug trafficking and urban terror have been dismantled. From cannabis to cocaine, the burst reveals just how deep drugs have penetrated local communities. In Douala, commuters are battling not just with weather but escalating transport costs as motorbikes and taxi riders have taken advantage of the season's chaos. And the race to the ballot has begun, with civil society and local officials intensifying efforts to get citizens registered before the electoral college is convened. From Dokoti roundabout to kiosks, voter mobilization is in full swing. The 6:15 news comes up right from our studios in Douala in a split second.
On our respective platforms for consultation on Canal International. Now we begin from Yaounde, where it is a major breakthrough with the Yaounde security forces, as two very dangerous gangs involved in drug trafficking and urban terror have been nabbed by security operatives. They have been operating with cannabis and cocaine. And so this burst has actually revealed just how deep the situation has penetrated local communities in Yaounde. Beatrice Ingabo completes her story.
4 suspects involved in the sales and consumption of illicit substances at the Simeyong neighborhood under Yaounde 6 are presently in the dragnet of the National Gendarmerie. The operation aimed to address the rising insecurity and trafficking in the area. The suspects were caught in an abandoned house.
Dans la nuit de vendredi à samedi.
This operation took place between Friday and Saturday. During this time, we conducted another operation where we apprehended an individual who was moving from one snack bar to another using counterfeit money.
Qui passe tout le temps, qui va de snack bar à snack bar pour dépouiller de la fausse monnaie.
At Ahala, another gang fell in the waiting arms of the gendarmes. After consuming drugs, they attack and harass the population using knives and others.
Nous avons pu mettre main sur un groupe
With the help of the population, we successfully apprehended a group of individuals who were found in possession of what is commonly known as cannabis.
Habituellement appelé cannabis.
During the operations, the National Gendarmerie seized cannabis, cocaine and tobacco. The suspects fall between 18 to 45 age bracket. As they salute the population for their support, the forces of law and order are calling on them to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activities to ensure the safety and well-being of the population.
Thanks very much. Sorry for that mix-up. It was Huri Hamidu reporting there. And in Douala, commuters are battling not just with the weather conditions, but also with the escalating transport cost of motorbike and taxis that have taken advantage of the season's chaos. Cynthia Lati went visiting.
At the entrance of Dokpasi 3 market, residents have been wading through water since the early hours of Thursday. The flooded bus stop has pushed crowds of passengers onto the median trip and in some cases directly onto the road. Sheltered under an umbrella, Raisa Julia and Koloko have been waiting for over an hour already. The wait is long. I'm waving at taxis but none seem to see me. I don't know if it's the traffic or the water. There's no way to get to the office. I don't know when I'll arrive, but the most important thing is to arrive. I've been waiting for over an hour for a motorbike or taxi, but there's no way. I had to cross the flood waters. The road is impossible. To make matters worse, the increase in transport fares, especially by motorbike riders, is sparking frustration amongst commuters. Prices have practically doubled. I usually pay 150 francs to Dakar. Now I'm offering 200, being asked for coins. It's not easy. Motorbike riders in particular have raised their prices from 200 francs to 400, 500 and even 700 francs, but taxi fares have remained almost the same. On the flooded roads, vehicles, engines struggle to avoid stalling, traveling from one roundabout to the daily struggles of commuters in Douala. With rising waters, fare hikes and long wait times, getting to work has become a daily battle, one that many fear will only get worse if the rains persist.
Well, thanks very much, Cynthia Lati. And from worn-out tires to broken brakes, Cameroon's roads are plagued, of course, by unfit vehicles. But not just that, authorities are equally cracking down on roadworthiness as they are they intend rather to reduce the number of accidents on the road as a result of the poor conditions of vehicles. Morindi.
The poor state of vehicles on Cameroonian roads, many of which operate without undergoing any roadworthiness checks, has been identified as a major contributor to road accidents across the country. Conscious of this alarming reality, the Ministry of Transport is reinforcing its stand. All vehicles must now to curb the growing number of road tragedies.
We could register about 6,000 deaths on our highways caused by road accidents, but today the number has reduced to 963, and you know 20% of those accidents are caused by the state of vehicles on our highways, which with the presence of roadworthiness centers modern and staff well trained, we have registered a drastic drop.
July 3, in the roadworthiness certificate sector, especially during these long holiday periods, are described as timely. One of the key objectives is to evaluate and tighten control measures within the sector.
The roadworthiness centers are created to make sure that vehicles that fly our roads are safe. These centers control the security aspects of the every vehicle, the braking system, suspension.
In a bid to improve the quality, the government has created a specialized center to train professionals who will serve as controllers for roadworthiness certificates.
The minister has a very ambitious ambition to reduce by 50% number of accidents on our highway come 2030. That's why these reforms are being put in place to ensure that road accidents that are caused by vehicles should be reduced to zero.
Certificates have been awarded to train individuals equipped with modern skills. These professionals operating through authorized roadworthiness centers play a vital role in keeping Cameroonians safe by ensuring only fit vehicles are allowed on the roads.
And as transport agencies enjoy brisk business this vacation season, safety has become just as important as the destination of the travelers. And behind the ticket counters and travel plans lies what is known as a quiet but crucial effort to make sure that they ensure the safety of all the people traveling from one destination to another. Bouquet Melenge report.
The high travel season has arrived, triggering a wave of booking as vacationers prepare to journey within and beyond the city. With growing concerns about safety risk, ranging from road accident to theft, choosing a reputable travel agency has become more essential than ever. The main criteria for me when choosing my travel agencies are reception qualities, rapidity and security. Once I have found them, I am okay. From the agency standpoint, customer safety and comfort are top priorities. Managers say they are taking proactive steps to ensure smooth and secure travel experiences. For the technical part, at each stop we have a technician who ensures the check-in of each bus before the departure. Drivers in particular are at the heart of this effort. Many agencies are providing them with special training and improving their working conditions to reduce fatigue and improve attentiveness on the road. We have an established program for each driver. He knows his schedule in advance. He should be at the agency 3 hours before the bus leaves. During this period of time, he is in a comfortable room, resting and being taken care of. Still, the responsibility of a safe journey does not rest solely with agencies. Passengers also play an important role. Following basic travel rules such as arriving on time, and avoiding unnecessary distractions can significantly contribute to a smoother and safer trip. I think that a normal citizen should always walk around with his identity card. In the end, prudence remains the watchword. It is a shared responsibility that involves travel agencies, drivers and passengers alike.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much, Bouquet Millinger, for that report. And we move over to Ekondo-Titi, that is in the southwest region of the country, where the people are asking for basic amenities. Ekondo-Titi is without water. Ekondo-Titi is with poor health infrastructure. And Ekondo-Titi is without befitting structures for education. And of course, this has been compounded with the almost a decade of conflict. Ambo Gladys report.
The Ekondo-Titi beach in the Indian division of the southwest region of Cameroon, once a maritime hub, is now suffering from years of abandonment, worsened by the ongoing Anglophone conflict. Residents have been cut off from essential services. Electricity is a distant memory, clean drinking water is scarce, and access roads remain in disrepair.
We don't have light and potable water. If you look around, we see the wells here, they are very shallow, they are not deep. So to have good drinking water is very difficult here.
Our environment may be good because malaria, through mosquito, we not get growth. We not grow, it is so far.
Education is perhaps the hardest hit. With no school to attend, children now wander the village aimlessly.
We lack of school. Our people, they need to go to school. They be dull and dumb.
We had a school here that was functional, but due to the crisis, it's no longer operational.
Some families try to send their children to schools in Ekondo-Titi town, nearly 5 kilometers away, but for many, the journey is simply out of reach. Healthcare is equally bleak. In emergencies, residents must travel to the main town for treatment, a delay that can mean a difference between life and death.
We make it a regular turn monthly to visit the fishing ports and turn around all the fishing ports for consultation, free consultations and treatments. The cases that are above us to handle, we carry them back to our boats, to the district hospital for special attention.
Someone is sick, especially pregnant women, they have so much difficulties that they undergo because we need to call a vehicle or a bike to come and transport them from beach to Ekondo-Titi, which is about 5 to 7 kilometers, and it's very strenuous. Most of the time, the women they go through labor at night, which is very difficult to get someone that can transport them to the hospital.
Yet, even amidst the hardship, life endures. Fridays and Saturdays bring a flicker of activity as fish vendors gather at the beach, attracting buyers from Kumba and beyond.
We have people that come from all every area. They come from Kumba downward, and all the various fishing ports around the Dian suburb and Bamuso subdivision. They come and sell their fish, and they exchange things and take them back to their various destinations.
Residents are now calling on the government to bathe them from the sufferings.
Oh, thanks very much, Ambo Gladys, for that beautiful report. And of course, we are going to stay with you as you are telling us that the race to the ballot has already begun, with civil society organizations and local officials intensifying efforts to get citizens registered before the Electoral College is convened. And in Douala, from Dokoti roundabout to mini kiosk, voter mobilization is in full swing.
Les retardataires ont encore une possibilité de s'inscrire sur les listes électorales.
An appeal urging Cameroonians to register massively on the electoral list at the Dokoti roundabout in Douala 5. The response has been overwhelming. Queues stretch long as citizens seize the opportunity to secure their civic rights.
Je me suis inscrit depuis, j'ai voulu que madame aussi s'inscrive.
We need change. That is why I made the effort to bring my wife here to register.
For others like Jules Mengue, the motivation is clear.
C'est un devoir déjà qu'on veut accomplir.
It is our civic duty and we must not miss this opportunity. With little time left, I seize the chance to register before it's too late. It's important that we vote the leaders we truly want.
Driving much of this mobilization is the civil society group Engmonde Avenue, which has been actively educating young people on civic responsibility. Through their rapid resource initiative, the organization identified 50 councils where large numbers of eligible voters remain unregistered. With the collaboration of Elecam, the initiative now registers at least 400 people per day across these key municipalities.
Every day, at least 400 people register in the various areas where we have deployed teams. Even after Elecam closes for the day, people continue to show up. Proof of the great interest now that we have brought the process closer to them.
Sylvain Dongmo, a prominent advocate for women and children's rights, is part of the push to ensure every voice matters.
Men, women, youth, elders registered on electoral roll to play their role as citizens. This is my objective, to get them, for those who have not yet registered, to be registered before the deadline so that they can influence the fate of their country.
But the task remains daunting. According to the figures from the National Institute of Statistics and Elections Cameroon, nearly 50% of Cameroonians of voting age are still not registered.
Thanks very much, Ambo Gladys, drawing the curtains for this edition of the news. I've been Kejang Henry Asimbe, thanking you for being there with us throughout the week. Matthew Fangwa is coming up shortly with the debrief, the actuality. Of course, we'll be tackling sports. From all of us, it's goodbye.